let's do this. We've got an injury update regarding Deontae Lawson via Kalen DeBoer and our friends at touchdownalabama.com. Thanks to them for providing this article for us. It looks good, and which is great because this is going to be the quarterback of the defense, I feel like. And somebody who just knows the system and has made plays when he's needed to.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to have your defense all set and ready and rock and roll. Because it was like Caleb DeBoer was saying on the interview with Josh Pate. He's like, I am looking forward to seeing what our defense brings for 2025.
Yeah.
And, he says in this interview on AL.com from yesterday that he's doing really great. And, they're hoping to have him back on for the fall, which I got a good feeling he should be back. I mean, and he's a great leader on defense.
I feel like, I mean, again, like we said earlier, it's May 6th, right? The season starts like October 31st, I think, is the first game. So that's just about 4 months to get yourself situated and to get yourself properly healthy.
Yeah.
I am not concerned one bit. I think he's going to be fine. And even at that, maybe he's not ready for week 1. Okay.
No problem.
Like, it's fine. Be healthy for SEC play. That's the part of your schedule. Week 5 and on, right?
Georgia.
That's what matters.
Because it's like, we want to have our guys ready for Florida State, Wisconsin. Don't get me wrong, but it's always good to have them all set for the important games like Georgia, Tennessee, LSU, Auburn.
Right. Like if you're now, I don't see this happening, right? But if you were to tell me you're going to lose one game all year and it's going to be to Wisconsin, fine. I lose one game all year. Do I win the SEC championship? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I sign that agreement? Where I don't want to lose to Wisconsin. Nobody wants to lose. But if it means, and if the reason we lose to Wisconsin is injuries, but I've got everyone healthy for my entire SEC slate, and I go 8-0 in SEC play, and I make the championship, I win the championship, I go 9-0, then I win at least 2 games in the college football playoff. Why would anyone say no to that? Again, this is Kalen DeBoer's second year here. And I think after how last year went, people have their opinions. I care and I don't right now. I care because because it's Alabama. I don't care because it was last year. I feel like winning a college football playoff game, that's going to be considered a successful season. If you can win the SEC champion, or even if you don't win the SEC championship, get there and win a game. If you get there and you don't win a game, I don't consider this a successful season. If you get there and you win a game, then I'd consider this a successful season. It shows Kalen can coach in big moments, which, granted, he's proven he can do, but even more so, he can come to the best league in America, coach in big moments, be successful, and ultimately prove anyone that may doubt him. I don't know a lot of Kalen DeBoer doubters, but I do know that they are out there. It's this nice place called X, which is right down there.
And a few of them at my Aunt Kelly's salon.
Yeah, there's X is a wild place.
I know, right?
It's a place, and it's a place, and I get my news off of there, and sometimes the news is mixed in with like the burners. Like, can I separate these two, please?
Yeah, the one thing
I'm trying to do work right now, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how
But the one thing you want to do is when looking for news, like make sure you're looking at the handle.
Yes,
that's where you're going to go.
The hand, and I would say that blue check mark, but anybody can have a blue check mark now. So it's very, very deceiving. So to those who were very careful and they're curious with it, I was talking to a family member yesterday, and they said Mookie Betts. Now, again, for those I don't know, I live in Massachusetts. I'm a Red Sox fan, whatever. Mookie Betts signed the Red Sox. I said, yeah, like on this day, maybe 10 years ago. Like I don't know. I'm very confused. What do you mean? Well, the Dodgers got rid of him. What? No, they didn't. Did you have the ESPN app? Yeah. Did you get an alert saying no? Okay. That didn't happen, right? Like, where'd you read it? Facebook. Okay. That's probably not. It's probably not.
That's where you find a lot of horse dung.
Consider the source, right? Like, I don't know. This person they were in a Red Sox, probably a group, and it was a scammer that was a clickbait, right? That's probably what they were, and they wanted you to buy gold or something, right? Some insurance policy. And they baited you by saying Mookie Betts was back to the Red Sox. Red Sox have no interest in getting Mookie Betts, right? Like, that's just it's not going to happen. But I was very, very confused when I saw this family member yesterday, and that was like the first thing out of their mouth after "Hi Brady, how are you?" Like it was really interesting. But I digress. No, I think if you keep Lawton, the upperclassmen, really all upperclassmen, keep them healthy, and the underclassmen, if you give them a chance to shine. I have been on this whole Derek Meadows train since episode 1. I love this kid. He's 6'5", 210 pounds. And he's got, you watched A-Day. He's got hands.
Oh, yeah.
I really hope he plays, but plays significantly. He's going to have the opportunity to be an outside threat, maybe like a third and short yardage situation if you're playing a team, let's say Kentucky, and maybe the pass defense isn't the strongest, but the run stopping, it's solid. Not great, but not bad. Maybe you throw to the outside and you go to your 6'5" target or your goal line stance. You're playing Georgia, who's pretty much known for having a good run stopping defense. Maybe you lob it up to Derek Meadows because he's 6'5", because he's going to be able to get on his tiptoes and just reach above and grab whatever he wants. What do you make of, I guess, the blending of these underclassmen such as Meadows? Do we see Keelan Russell this year? And also the portal. Like, for me, it's Calhoun, who I think is going to make the greatest impact. So how do you think this new class, right, class being freshmen and the portal, how do you overall, 10,000-foot view think they integrate into?
I think getting guys like Brody Dalton from Troy and having guys like Meadows, as you said, it takes a load off of Ryan Williams, because like last year in the games we lost, including Michigan in the ReliaQuest Bowl, we got so overly reliant on Ryan Williams.
Yeah.
And teams that beat us knew that. That's what they used against us. This year, you're not going to see a lot of teams do that. I think you can see a lot of positivity in Alabama this year, especially on the offense, because like whoever our starting quarterback's going to be between Ty Simpson or Keelan Russell, or maybe our other guy that's could be a third stringer.
Austin Mack. Yeah, I know.
Yep,
I know that if you watch this show, you know where I lean. If you watch Jackson's show, you know where he leans. I would like to see Austin Mack at some point. Probably not going to happen, but I think it would be nice just to see what can he do. Because I think if Londrin actually didn't transfer to Boston College, He was going to be my betting favorite to start this year, and then he transferred. Which credit to him, and he's going to he'll be the starter at BC, which he is eons better than Thomas Castellanos, who is now at Florida State. I'm like, what? Like, if things couldn't get worse for Florida State, they somehow did when Thomas Castellanos committed there. And obviously,
well, they couldn't beat him, so they got him.
Right. I was going to say, and how does that affect Alabama? That's the week 1 Alabama opponent. He's gonna like. I'm actually concerned for Thomas Castellanos to have somebody like Deontae Lawson who will shoot those A gaps. That's a bad Florida State offensive line is somehow going to create. And yeah, like I'm concerned. I'm concerned.
I'm trying not to laugh because Florida State, they're so focused on leaving the ACC. I mean, it's like that's all you see in every one of these YouTube videos is Florida State's going to leave. They're going to leave them. They're going to leave them.
To go where?
Who knows?
Not the SEC.
I hope it's the SEC. Like I want to see Florida State, Miami join the SEC.
What happened to regional conferences? Like
that's like I know, right? It's like I think that kind of died when Penn State joined the Big Ten in 1993, and when Miami joined the
Big Ten. That was like the beginning of the end, I guess. Yeah. Well,